And while the U.S. Supreme Court and the federal government have rolled back the right to reproductive health care, we in Maine have fought to protect it and to expand that right. And we're not backing down. You're welcome. You want to protect women and girls, then fully fund health care for women and girls, and fully fund domestic violence shelters, and fully fund sexual assault service if you really want to protect women and girls. You're welcome. But guess what house that is? We also expanded health coverage for postpartum care, a full year postpartum. And we increased funding for family planning services provided by organizations like Planned Parenthood and Maine Family Planning, on which so many people rely on for primary and preventative care. And earlier today, I was proud to announce that once again, where the federal government has fallen down, Maine will stand tall. And I propose in my supplemental budget a one-time appropriation of $2.25 million in general funds to replace the money that this president and Congress have cruelly cut from Planned Parenthood and Maine Family Planning's primary care for services. We'll do it. There's one or two people here. Nobody's making mistakes. But look, the progress we've made in health care at the state level is in jeopardy, though, because of the president and the Congress. As you know, Congress passed and the president signed legislation that I'll call the Big Bad Bill. A bill that cut billions of dollars in health care funding over the next decade in order to finance tax breaks primarily for billionaires who don't want them, don't even need them. What a backward policy. And while Maine will receive $190 million through the Rural Health Transformation Program, and we'll use those funds, well, we'll put them to good use. God, those funds pale in comparison to the estimated $5 billion in health care funds that Maine will lose over the next 10 years. What's that about? Because of the federal government's actions, upwards of 33,000 people across Maine are likely to lose access to health care. And that means missing out on basic preventative care, cancer screenings, treatment for addiction, and the fundamental basic care that every person in this state, in this nation, deserves. The loss of health care for those folks will lead to increased uncompensated care that will be absorbed by our hospitals first. They're already in difficult financial straits. And they'll be forced to pass those costs on to consumers, on to Maine people who will pay more for health insurance or out-of-pocket care as a result. See the picture here, see the formula? And I haven't even mentioned Congress's failure to extend the enhanced ACA subsidies, which has already caused 8,500 people in Maine to abandon their health insurance altogether and driving up the cost for tens of thousands more people who are insured through the marketplace. And the number of people forced to drop their health coverage because they can't afford to pay their premiums is only expected to increase in the coming months. One man from Cumberland told us that if his premiums increase as he expects, health insurance will be the single largest expense for his whole family, more than his mortgage. A grandmother from York who's raising her 2 grandchildren told us that if her insurance rates go up, she'll have to go without health insurance. This is entirely unnecessary. It's wrong, and I want to be clear. People will die because of this. But look, even the ACA, which has become such a political football, It's only a Band-Aid on the whole problem of health care in America. And what health care really needs in this country right now is not a series of Band-Aids, it needs major surgery. Each individual state cannot, should not be left alone to grapple with this national crisis, because health care is a human right. We know it. Most people know that now. Look, the federal government is capable of big things. It was the federal government that created Social Security, and then Medicare. The federal government that passed the Civil Rights Act. It was the federal government that built the interstate highway system in the 50s under Dwight Eisenhower. The federal government sent a man to the moon. It's time for the federal government to take its head out of the sand and address the crisis of health care head on, and nothing short of universal health care is acceptable. It's an idea whose time has come. If you don't have to deal with health care, that's wonderful. But listen, one more thing. Oh, you bet it is, Jim. It's the state of the state because everybody in this room has to deal with health care. And you can't be blind to that. And the cost on the states all across America. And what's happening in Washington is putting huge burdens on all of us to try to do the humane thing and keep people alive and keep people healthy. It's basic human rights. But listen.